Thanks for joining us on this Monday. Nick Beres here. It is Open Phones Monday. Since it's kind of a holiday weekend, a shorter week, we thought we would do Open Phones now, kick it off. We've got a couple more programs to run this week, but then back with some taped shows until next week. So Thanksgiving coming up. Thought I'd hit on this. Question for those of you, and we're going to get to some phone calls. I'm curious, who amongst us are traveling this Thanksgiving? That's just kind of my question. I am done traveling during any holidays, and for one reason is it's just insane. Rebecca was reporting this morning about the traffic and the crowds at the airport. Okay, they expect 33,000 people to depart from the airport each day from today through Thanksgiving. I mean, 33,000, just the crowds that will be there. You got to be prepared for extra time. Look, last time I was at the airport anyway, it's grown and getting so big, I got lost and moving around. You're going to make it, it's fine, but I understand a lot of folks going to visit family and stuff. Ugh, and driving, it's the same way. I'm not going anywhere. We do have my son driving back to visit us from Knoxville, where he lives. But aside from that, are you traveling this holiday? That's the question for you. Airport construction will close some lanes at the airport. Keep that in mind if you're heading that way, especially at night. If you do, I just wish you luck wherever you're going. And then you've got the snow and situation like that. We just saw what happened, and I think we may have some video of this in Orchard Park, Buffalo, and what happened in the state of New York with the incredible snowstorm that hit late last week and forced one of the football games. The Bills had to play in Detroit because of the snow. I think they got in some areas 3, 4, 5 feet of snow at once dropping there. Now we have these frigid temperatures that are going to warm up, but you never know with some of the weather coming our way. I think it's going to be a rough, brutal winter this year. And look at the snow here. And actually that's beautiful, but look at that. Can you imagine if that much snow, and that was in New York, hit Nashville? Literally things would shut down completely. Now it shut down there and they're prepared for this kind of snow. Now I think Leland would tell you, that does look like fun there. Leland would tell you that there is no chance of us getting quite that much down here. I think we're gonna get some snow this winter, but that much, a blizzard. And they're in the process now of digging out. The snowstorm's moved, but look at how deep that is. There were reports of a couple individuals dying early on in this snowstorm, and it was from the stress of having to shovel all that snow. Their heart couldn't take it. Kind of rough. All right, let's take some phone calls. We've got some more phone calls. I've got some more things I can set the table for, but people ringing up, and this is your show, what you want to talk about on Open Phones, 737-7587. Let's go to Ronnie. Ronnie, good morning. Hi, Ronnie. What's going on, Ronnie? Yoo-hoo. Is he on 1 or 2? Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I'll go back. We've got someone else on 1. Ronnie, good morning, Ronnie. I got the right number now. Go ahead. Are you there, Ronnie? I don't understand that. Ann, are you there?
Hello.
Hey, Ann, go ahead. Hi, Ann.
Oh, hi. I was just calling to wish you and your staff a wonderful Thanksgiving throughout the year. Our family via phone. I'm missing Joe this morning, and I'm guessing you might be too. So I'm remembering those callers that have been faithful to your show for many years, and to say thank you for allowing us the opportunity to have an extended family via the phone. So I'm grateful also that Zany's had my daughter's comedy show this past weekend.
Awesome.
So I've got all of my children home this Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Everybody be safe and wonderful Thanksgiving.
And thank you so much, and right back at you. You're a wonderful member of our, and it's true. And this show more than any, and Ann is wonderful. We've been in touch with her. This show more than anything else I do in TV links me to the viewers. All right, I do a lot of things on Facebook, Nick Beres NC5, and I've made relationships there and contacted people along that line. But this show, as she just said, Joe, rest his soul, passed away. Grady, another wonderful, wonderful friend of this program. And I can go back to where this show started more than 15 years ago when I co-hosted with the late, great Larry Britton, investigative reporter who I learned so much from, and we hosted. And the regulars over the time that have come and been with us, and we've been on the air so long, they've come and gone. Some have passed, some have moved away. But you get a chance to know people, and I love what Ann said. It's kind of an extended family for some people at home. They can reach out to us. They watch us in the newscasts. They see the stories we do. But now, thanks to social media with Facebook, and thanks to programs like this, call-in shows where we can contact and share with each other, it extends the family. And I really do care. And people can contact me, and I can try to help folks with various issues and vice versa. So anyway, Ann's wonderful. I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving, and I'm glad that your family is here, and I hope you guys have a great time. Let's go next to Stacy. Stacy, good morning. How are you, Stacy?
Good morning, Nick. Stacy Harris here. I hope I won't be the black sheep of the family.
No, and look, you're another one of, no, you're not. And you're another great, you've been with us for a long time, Stacy, and we really appreciate you.
Well, I hope you feel the same way after the call.
All right, well, go ahead. I know that sometimes you lay it on the line. Now, keep in mind, we have a lot of callers, so make it quick. Go ahead.
And I will do this fast, and actually probably just ask you to react after I've given all of these really quick.
Okay.
You'll remember the last time that this past time when you had the new director of the ACLU on, and I indicated that I had tried to contact them in the past. Right. And the problem was with their screening thing. It's an online thing, and if they're not, you can't really contact anybody by phone. So she encouraged me to go ahead and do this. And this is not their fault. I just, I wasn't able to do it successfully because I couldn't get my point across. There's some things that, sometimes it's better when you have an open-ended question as opposed to like a multiple choice or whatever. Sure. So I'm still trying to, I did leave a message and I've not gotten a call back, and I may not, but that's just maybe something to bring up to her attention next time. It just takes
She'll be on again. She'll be on again. And when she does, I'll mention it, but hopefully you can call in and we'll give you a chance to do that.
That'd be great. Then the other things are, one related to Glenn Funk. He's been on a couple of times, and I've raised some things, and he has said he'll call my office, and basically nothing happened after that. And I know that recently that Phil Williams has been interested in what's going on over there. But my question about that is, would it not be better to have another reporter from the station because of some legal difficulties between the two of them? And then the next thing is, I've had some difficulties with one of your advertisers, and by that I mean an advertiser who is on the show as a regular. And I've been told that that's not the place to, the show is not the place to, to bring that up. I have brought that up with them, so they're aware of it, but I just think maybe that's, if it were any other newsmaker, I think it would be fair game. So I don't know why an advertiser, especially when they're paying for the time, well, maybe because they're paying for the time, is off limits. Last thing is, just an opinion, and maybe I should just let this pass, and maybe you won't want to comment because I don't want you to feel embarrassed about it. But I'm just questioning, as a journalist, the ethics of the new partnership between the station and the Banner, simply because if the Banner comes across a story that doesn't reflect well on Channel 5, there's a conflict of interest right there because they're a nonprofit.
Okay, look, boy, a bunch of interesting questions worth. And she's talking about, and you may have noticed this, a partnership that News Channel 5 has with the Nashville Banner. Some of you will recall, and I think Stacy does, there was a time that we had two newspapers in this town, the Tennessean and the Banner. Tennessean was in the morning, the Banner was in the afternoon. It eventually went away. Well, Demetria Kaladimos, formerly of one of our competitors in town, has been out of the news business for a while. She's come back now, and with a partner is, I guess, resurrecting the Nashville Banner, I think, through social media, and she's doing some news stories. Some of the stories now, and they've been terrific in my opinion, have aired here on News Channel 5. They're longer form stories looking at various issues in the city. And I think it's great that we have Demetria on air. I know Demetria personally. She's a terrific journalist. I don't know what type of stories she'll be working on, Stacy, along those lines, but I can tell you if there was something that she came up with for some reason that was, I don't know, something that had to do with the station or one way or the other, there wouldn't be a conflict of interest. Demetria will be autonomous to do as she pleases. And, whether that partnership continues to exist, but there's no reason why that would come up in that regard. But I hear what you're saying. There's all kinds of media partnerships that go along. And I think sometimes when you work together, it helps, I think, bring the news stories of each individual entity to more people, and I think that's a good thing. So I'm not too concerned about that. As far as Glenn Funk, I didn't get a chance to set the table yet, but Phil Williams, yes, has another story airing. He did one breaking news story this morning on the DA's office. Has another one tonight, and we're going to have a preview piece that we'll try to run for you in the next segment, looking at how and why the DA's office chooses or chooses not to prosecute in DUI cases. As far as whether or not there are legal issues between Phil and the station and Glenn Funk, it may have to do with prior stories, but that doesn't get in the way of continuing to do news coverage of someone. My experience in seeing Phil Williams time and again of the stories he does, he seeks to be as fair as he possibly can, and he will always seek comment from both sides on an issue. He does not come in with an agenda. Now, there's people that he's done stories on, they'll probably say, oh, Phil's got an agenda, he's out to get me. That's just not true. It's just not true. If there's something there, he will look into it. If there's not, he won't. It's just not the way it rolls. So his piece, stick around. We're going to have a preview piece about where it goes, and certainly DUI cases. We were just talking about the case with Eric earlier, with the Titans offensive coordinator being stopped for DUI over the weekend. How important is it that you prosecute individuals stopped for DUI, and what are the decision-making processes in place to determine whether someone's prosecuted or not? We'll have a preview piece for you on that from Phil coming up in our next segment. We'll take a break, take more calls, and continue with Open Phones Monday right after this.